What? Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your girl C, the Queen of Wrestling, checking in with another video. I'm just going to be going over some highlights of Raw. I'm not going to go through the whole show. I'm pretty sure everybody has been watching everyone else's reviews. Just wanted to give what I thought was important, what I thought was entertaining. So first off, as you hear the theme song playing, I would like to say congratulations to the Rated R Superstar Edge for being the first inductee into the 2012 WWE Hall of Fame. Now, I read some things that people were speculating that this year he would go in. Some people were hoping The Rock would go in. But I'm really excited that Edge is going in. As you all know, that he will have a DVD coming out around April 10th or April 11th of this year. So I'm pretty stoked about that. I was so excited to know that he's going in this year. Unfortunately, he had to leave the WWE early because of an injury that he sustained. But it's really awesome that they're going to be paying tribute to Edge this year at WWE Hall of Fame. And I believe it's on March 31st, if I'm not right, correct me. Also, we would like to say congratulations to the 4 Horsemen that will also be inducted to the 2012 Hall of Fame. I think that's amazing. 4 Horsemen, they really put wrestling on the map. They help lead the road to wrestling as we know it today. We had some very amazing wrestlers in that group. And I also like to mention, isn't this like Ric Flair's second time being inducted? And isn't he like the first dude for that to happen? If so, let me know. I'm just wondering about that, but I think that's true. But congratulations to that group, and also to the Rated Superstar Edge. Now, let's go on into Raw. I thought it was interesting that we actually had Kane and John Cena get into a brawl backstage. That was awesome. I love Kane's promo. I'm so glad the dude's back. He brings another element and edgy influence to wrestling now, and I love Kane. We see them get into it backstage, and then after Kane and John Cena go at it, Kane disappears, blah blah blah. Pretty interesting. And throughout Raw, Kane is stalking Zack Ryder, which is awesome. It brings another element to Raw. Makes it entertaining, interesting again. So starting off Raw with all the good stuff. What else was pretty important? CM Punk versus Jack Swagger was pretty interesting. If CM Punk picks up the win, Jack Swagger and Vicky Guerrero will be banned from ringside at the Royal Rumble with his match against Dolph Ziggler. Now, CM Punk will pick up the win, and a lot of people will say it was a controversial win because it looks like before the referee just got to the 3 count, Jack Swagger got his shoulder up, but I think that was kind of a botch in the referee because he wasn't supposed to count all the way to 3. But CM Punk still gets the win. Swagger and Vicky Guerrero, they're banned from inside. CM Punk, of course, showed off some great wrestling abilities. The dude's just an amazing wrestler. He's also, as you can see, he's getting in pretty good shape. So that's awesome to see from CM Punk. Let's see what else is. Brodus Clay, the Funkasaurus from Planet Funk. Somebody call his mama. You guys, when Brodus Clay was talked about debuting last night, I thought, we're going to have a monster heel, somebody come out and bash his skulls open. But this dude comes out to disco music with his dancers, which they did good. Could have been the Bell Twins, which I'm glad it wasn't. First off, when he came out at this new kind of silly character, I was very skeptical. I was like, what the flip is this? Me and my brother were looking at each other like, what's going on? But I was impressed that Brodus Clay actually pulled that type of character off. And we haven't had that type of character since The Godfather, since Too Cool, people like that. We haven't had a fun, entertaining character like that in a while. Now, I was really hoping that when he got in the ring, he was going to be really good. It wasn't going to be silly stuff. And guess what? He was getting it in the ring. This 400 plus pound dude was getting off in the ring against Kurt Hawkins. Now, yes, he did a few silly moves, but his commentary in the match was funny, but he was still dominating the ring. I like the guy. A lot of people are complaining, but if you think about it, we already have Kane, who's a monster heel. We already had the Big Show, who's kind of a plain big character, where he's a face, but, he's also very dominating. So it's pretty awesome that we actually have a Godfather / Too Cool type character that can get busy in the ring. And he can get over with the fans and actually give us an entertainment aspect of wrestling. So I know a lot of people kind of hating on it, but I like it. I'm a fan. I'm ready to see what else he has in store for us. And the cool thing is he can work this character as a face and a heel. Later on, will he change his character? We don't know, but I was entertained. And I know I'm gonna get heat for this, but I was more entertained than when Chris Jericho came back last week and this week. So that's just saying that. Speaking of Chris Jericho, we were supposed to hear from him last night. He came out, got a good reaction from the fans and everything. As he was celebrating with the fans, then he started to get a sad face and tears started to roll. Fake tears, of course. But me and my brother was talking about it, that maybe perhaps they're going to do a psychological twist on Chris Jericho's character. Like, he's all happy and go lucky now, but later on he's going to shift into a dark kind of character psychologically, which would be pretty awesome for his character. Also, if you think about it, we're also thinking maybe, just to be interesting, they actually will have like a little girl character tell Chris Jericho, you know, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. We thought that'd be interesting. Or the little girl can actually come in the Titantron and then it flips a switch for Chris Jericho. Thought that would be interesting. Also, I'd like to mention that Chris Jericho working the crowd to me is like slapping all the fans in the face. Now, let me explain why I think this. As you can see, to me, it's kind of it's a fake working. Like, I know I can get this reaction from you, so I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to fool you. I'm going to get all the reaction I can get and just pull y'all into, just suck you in like Chris Jericho usually does. So every time I see him working the crowd, doing this thing, he's just, to me, just slapping everybody in the face. Like, haha, I can still do this regardless of what. And eventually I see him turning on the crowd, which he's used to doing. But right now he's really working it and everything, which it makes it somewhat interesting. I'm a little bit over what happened last week, but we'll see how it goes. Trying to think anything else that was pretty interesting to watch. I would like to comment on Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston. That was I was disappointed in that match. It could have went longer. It could have been more entertaining. Of course, D-Bry would pick up the win with the LeBell Lock, which it was interesting how he reversed Kofi and got it into the LeBell Lock. I give him that. That was pretty entertaining. But other than that, it could have been a longer match. Those two superstars together in the ring could have put on a pretty good match, and we didn't get that. After D-Bry would pick up the win, Big Show would come out, and then they would have their little segment and everything. And now, Friday night on SmackDown, we're going to have D-Bry defending his whatever championship against the Big Show in a no disqualification and no count-out match. Now, how is this going to work? I have no clue. It should be a very interesting match. If D-Bry picks up the win, I'm skeptical on how he's going to pick it up. It should be an entertaining match, though. So, we'll see how that goes. Let's see. Anything else? I don't think anything else was very interesting. Sheamus and Santino versus Barrett and Mahal wasn't entertaining. It was what I expected. Sheamus and Santino picked the win. That wasn't very entertaining at all. Now, let's go to the end of Raw. We're supposed to have John Cena versus Dolph Ziggler, which it happened. But when Eve came out beforehand to go against, I think it was Beth Phoenix or Natalya, I forgot, but something like that. She's supposed to have a match, but when she comes to the ring, Kane's music goes off. And I think this is interesting because we haven't had this type of storyline in a while. I was glad to see Kane doing this thing, especially when it comes to messing with the divas and messing with somebody's sweetheart, because Zack Ryder apparently has a crush on Eve and blah, blah, blah. But Zack Ryder comes out, drags Eve to the back trying to save her, and they go to his car or whatever, but they have a flat, so he tells Eve to stay in the car, totally trying to pull off a suspense movie type horror thing, which is supposed to be corny, but it was entertaining. There was a little botch in there with the tire and everything, but Zack Ryder's trying to fix the tire or whatever. Then we go back out to John Cena versus Dolph Ziggler, and about the end of the match, they show Ryder on a Titantron with Eve trying to fix the tire, and John Cena's all distracted, all that good stuff. So here comes Kane. He pops up, start wailing on Zack Ryder, which is interesting. John Cena's distracted. It ended up being a no contest between Ziggler and Cena. Cena runs to the back to try to save Ryder. By the time he gets there, Zack Ryder has already been chokeslammed off of a surface into some wood planks. And that was pretty entertaining. We haven't seen anything like that in a while. So when Cena gets there, Kane's gone, but then Kane's popping in the back, beats him up, and then he does this, I think they call it an animal claw or something like that. He does a chokehold, and John Cena's passed out. And Kane just stands there somewhat in victory. So we'll see how that goes. I have to say it was entertaining. Also, another segment that was entertaining was R-Truth and Ricardo. You guys, that was a funny segment. It was supposed to be corny. It wasn't supposed to hit off, but it was. I really enjoy seeing Ricardo do his thing. I see him actually being Hall of Fame one day because all the things that he does for WWE, and he's actually entertaining. So you can't take that away from him no matter what. So the Miz threatens Ricardo to come out and to pull R-Truth out or whatever, and he does so. He says all the damn things like your mother has a mustache, your breath stinks, and all that good stuff. It was okay. It was pretty hilarious. R-Truth wants Ricardo to sing the La Cucaracha song. It was funny. R-Truth is entertaining. He really works his character. So Ricardo decides he wants to slap the mic out of R-Truth's hand. That was a dumb move. But, you know, Ricardo, he gets what's his. The lie detector, which is a very devastating move. And then here comes the Miz behind, attacking R-Truth. We see a good beat down from the Miz. Then R-Truth comes back. The Miz is about to get it, but he runs through the crowd. So that was pretty interesting. Looking forward to see what's going on with R-Truth and the Miz. Hopefully we'll see a match of Royal Rumble. It's good stuff. I like the fact that R-Truth is still R-Truth, but he's more of a face now because he's going against the Miz, and he's still using Little Jimmy as the crowd. So it's pretty interesting. So I have to say Raw was pretty entertaining. It's been better than the past few weeks. The storylines in it was good. Brodus Clay debut was good. I don't care what you say. Love the Funkasaurus. I want a t-shirt. Just saying. Kane, loving it. Chris Jericho, we see how it goes. When it comes to CM Punk, Laurinaitis, and Ziggy, we'll check that out. But pretty good stuff. Really, really good stuff. So I'm looking forward to SmackDown this week. I'm really hoping this is a great year for wrestling. It looks like that WrestleMania this year and the WrestleMania season is going pretty awesome. So 2012 should be a good year for wrestling. So I'm going to get out of here. Gotta get ready. Gotta do classwork. Gotta get ready to go to work today. So thanks for tuning in. Leave all your comments under the box. Thanks to everyone who is showing me love, showing me support, to all my subscribers. Love you guys. So remember, God loves you. This is the Queen of Wrestling checking out of here. Later, guys.